Good morning everyone and welcome to another video, Katie's Shelf Life. Today is Saturday, December 31st, so it's New Year's Eve day. I decided to start my Backlog January vlog this morning because it's probably one of the last mornings I will be able to have to like video before going back to waking up at 5:30 in the morning. So I thought I would do this today. Today is my parents' wedding anniversary, and usually we see them, so I don't know what we're doing today, but they always like to celebrate with family, so I don't know if we're going over there later or plan our what our plans are for the new year. But taking it easy this morning. We made some coffee. I'm gonna have some breakfast in a little bit, probably watch some YouTube videos from some of my favorites who released videos this morning. I have like this crease on my forehead. I sleep with, when I skip wash days, I sleep with like a silk scarf because my hair is very thick and it will just like strangle me in my sleep, but I sleep with it up. And I tied it a little too tight, so that's why I've got that mark there. But anyway, so last year I started doing this new thing because I'm a pretty regular journaler. Instead of doing like a New Year's resolution, which I do not like resolutions. I really can't remember where I saw this, but it's basically I want to do more of in the year blank or in less of. So you make lists of what you want to do more of for the year and what you want less of. So for instance, last year I did things like walking and moving my body more, writing and journaling regularly. Then some like less ofs are mindless screen time, less negativity about myself and my physical appearance, less need to control everything. I sound very morning. I wake up with allergies pretty rough in the morning, and we live in Houston, so it's just, that's why I sound like a nasal monster today. I went back to my list yesterday because I wanted to work on my new list. And when I got to the list, I was really disappointed in myself because I realized that a lot of the things that were on my list were things that I really didn't feel that I had been successful at. I felt discouraged for a second. And then I remembered a lot of stuff that I've been talking about in therapy, and that just because I think I failed at something doesn't mean that I did fail. Like I was able to recognize that I didn't do a lot of these things that I had set out to do. And I decided to make basically all of these goals my exact same goals for 2023. Now able to realize, because of the tools that I've developed being in therapy this year, that I can accomplish these things. I now have more tools to do that. And by finally getting into therapy after 32 years of needing it for myself, that kind of overrides my entire list. It is the thing that I needed to do to ever get anywhere I needed to get for myself. I know that therapy is not something that's accessible to everyone. It is a huge reason why I waited so long. It's one of the many reasons I waited so long, is because it wasn't accessible to me at the time, and now it is, and I'm really thankful. And it is the reason that I decided to make all of these goals the same goals for this year. And I actually feel that I can possibly tackle some of these. It's not gonna be perfect. I'm going to struggle. If you're someone who's averse to resolutions, I totally get it. And if this is still something that you don't feel comfortable doing, I totally understand. But I think that making a more of list and a less of list for the new year is a much gentler, less pressured way to set like goals or intentions for the year. So I just wanted to share that. Okay, so now while we're here, our Backlog January vlog starts today. I know it's not the first, but I figured let's start on New Year's, and hopefully I'll finish filming maybe on Friday or Saturday of this coming week. Go back to work this week. I'll probably take you along for some things that I feel comfortable doing. I don't love showing where I work or anything like that, but maybe I can fit in some things here and there. I have a haircut on Friday. Maybe I'll take you along for that. But we are gonna start with Miss Ice Sandwich by Mieko Kawakami. Mieko Kawakami is the same author who wrote Breasts and Eggs. It's translated from the Japanese by Luis Hiel Kawai. A young boy who falls in love with a woman at a supermarket who makes sandwiches. Yeah, let's read for a few minutes and see how I do on the bed reading. So let's give it a shot. Let's see how we feel about this. Oh yeah, and new books that are paperback especially, like I have to like break them. I know everyone used to yell at me at the bookstore, but I can't stand a fresh book. I'm gonna keep reading a little bit more of this and I will check back in later. I'm gonna get like, it's really short. It's just a tiny novella. It's 92 pages. If I get to like 40 or 50 pages, I'll do like a little check-in, kind of tell you what my thoughts are. And yeah, I'm gonna figure out this vlog thing. So I hope you have a good day. I will probably see you later. But yeah, thanks for spending the morning with me in bed talking about goals and journals. So. Where we're going, what we're doing?
Yeah, you go for it.
Oh, you don't want to do it? Okay. We look cool today. We're going to get sandwiches. I'm getting a gross veggie sandwich according to you, right?
Well, it's not gross because it's veggies, it's gross because of which veggies.
It has 2 different kinds of olives because I'm a monster. But we're going to get sandwiches and eat outside because it's actually nice. And then I gotta get flowers, priorities. And then my parents are coming over for anniversary coffee and dessert. Their anniversary, not ours. Okay, bye. Yum. Olives. Beautiful dead palm trees. So I've been home for a little bit from the grocery store and lunch, and I've been reading Miss I Sandwich. But first off, okay, we went to get sandwiches, which is really, was I going for a theme? I don't know. Went out for sandwiches, and I'll show you the flowers that I bought. I didn't buy anything fancy because there were way too many people. It was really overwhelming, and everyone was kind of rude, so I was just wanting to get out of there. It was a bit overstimulating. I started Miss I Sandwich. I'm about 50 pages in, so I'm a little over halfway. It's super tiny, so I'm gonna finally finish it tomorrow. I could finish it today, but I'm gonna take my time with it, wrap it up tomorrow. We follow a unnamed 4th grade boy, and we're basically just very much in his head of everything he thinks and feels throughout the day. We are with him while he is at the supermarket with his mom, and he notices, he's like remembering the first time he sees Miss I Sandwich and how beautiful he thinks she is, and her eyes and how big they are, and how she doesn't ever really talk or interact with customers. And she just does her job. Like, people say what they want and she gets it, and he's just like enamored with watching her put sandwiches into plastic bags for customers. And one day he says something like look at her, mom, and her eyes, and the mom's like, don't be, rude. He doesn't really understand why that's rude because he thinks that she's beautiful. We later find out that there's been other comments, and there's a man who is in line. So there's a man in line later in the story, and he starts yelling at Miss I Sandwich, and our narrator is behind him, and he's really confused why he's yelling at her, and she's not reacting in any way. And then the manager comes out, and the man yelling is basically saying, how can you allow someone to be so rude? How can you allow someone to be so ugly, to be in the service industry? And, your face is so horrific to look at, and you shouldn't be allowed to do those things to your face. And you're kind of confused. And then he's also confused, the boy. And he goes to school the next day and hears some girls saying, oh, if I looked like that, if I had a botched job, I would kill myself, basically. And he's not really understanding what they're talking about. He doesn't understand the idea
of like plastic surgery or facial reconstruction. He thinks she's beautiful. He is absolutely enamored by her. So those are like two really big things that happen. Like we see her through his eyes, and then we're also hearing how other people react to her, and his reaction to them is he's always he's confused and uncomfortable. Like everything is from his perspective. It's very much like this and then this and then this, and this is how I felt, and then I went and kind of spiraled this way and started feeling this way. And it's very relatable. He's definitely being written as someone with he's in some way neurodivergent, either has high anxiety or autism or a mix of both, but talks about how he doesn't understand facial expressions, and people always tell him that expressions are in the eyes, and he thinks they're in the face or like the mouth area. So he stands in front of a mirror and like covers his eyebrows and his mouth and tries to make expressions through his eyes, and he's like, this doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what my facial expression is trying to tell me. Just doesn't see the world how other people do. He's very internal. He processes things internally, and they really stick with him. Like really minor things that probably wouldn't affect someone else or really bother someone else really stick and affect him. There's one part particularly where he is in art class, and he loves art class because he doesn't have to really think. He can just make, and if he makes a mistake, he can cover it up, unless he uses black paint. Then he's like, then that's really hard to cover up. And I just really, really related and just wanted to hug him after that, because I totally get that. But he is interacting with a girl who he likes named Tootie, and that's a nickname because of an incident that happens that he kind of starts a joke about. But they're talking about their art projects, and he feels that he reacted to her explaining what her project was in like a negative way, and he didn't properly explain what his project was. So this little section here I feel really summarizes what it's like to read this book through his eyes and see his world. But I wonder if I'll get the chance to apologize to Tootie, or at least explain. Probably not. This whole thing will probably just fade away. People always forget about these little things, but I believe that each one stays somewhere deep in everyone's heart. And without noticing it, they grow and harden until one day they cause something terrible to happen. And as I'm thinking about this, I get depressed. And now all of these things that I thought I'd done such a good job of drawing begin to fade and grow dull, even though I haven't even started painting them yet. Oof, it's just so sweet. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's sweet. It's nothing like mind-blowing. It's just a really refreshing perspective of a young boy narrator. I feel like I don't really read a lot of books from that perspective, especially from someone more on the neurodivergent, autism, high anxiety spectrum. So while I'm here, I want to show you the flowers I got. Okay, there's Hero with all his gajillion toys, but I got these sweet little carnations. I used to not like carnations, but I find them really beautiful now. And I really liked these because they're not fully open yet. They're really quite tight. So they'll open throughout the week and be a really lovely little treat. But I really loved these because they have like this really lovely peachy and like little hints of green. This is high depression time with, I don't like January and February very much. So I'm pushing my way to spring, but in the meantime, these are lovely and they will be beautiful throughout the week, and we'll do little flower checks on them. I love how they feel. They're so nice. But anyway, thanks. I'll catch you later. There they are, the happy couple. Marriage.
Oh,
I drove him everywhere.
oh yeah.
Talk about love.
Well, she wanted to drive.
He never.
She wanted to drive. I drove. No, I didn't drive over there, did I? No.
Got to listen to what I wanted.
Like that.
Do you want to say what today is?
It's Sunday.
What's the date? Really? You have to look?
It's the first.
It's the 1st of January, and we're at my mom and dad's because we're gonna have Lucky Foods today, which is one of my favorite meals to eat every year. I'll post a picture of it later. There's Hero. He's ready to go inside.
Good mid-morning, everyone. It's about 10:30. It's my last day of winter break before going back to work tomorrow and waking up at 5:30. I'm not really looking forward to tomorrow at all. And today's a very gloomy, rainy day, and we're actually supposed to get some really bad storms at some point today, so we'll see. Yeah, today's just gonna be like a at home, getting ready for the work week. Gonna make some soup for lunch in a little bit, so maybe I'll show you that. I did finish, let's go over to, I did finish Missed Ice Sandwich yesterday at my parents' house. I didn't do a lot of filming yesterday just because it was very loud at my parents' house, even though there's only 4 of us. There was just a lot of things happening. But I did finish this and I really liked it. It was just like a sweet story. Nothing crazy happened. I don't feel like there's too much more to update on from what I just kind of said about it on New Year's, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I'll probably talk more about it in my January reading wrap up, but I thought it had a really great message on, I guess, anxiety and not being afraid to make connections, because like if you miss out on making certain connections because out of fear or anxiety, you could miss out on a really beautiful like opportunity. I want to show you the next book I'm going to pick up for our Backlog January reading vlog. My next book is going to be, I said it on the top already, but it's going to be Rat Rule 79 by Rivka Galchen. So we're going to start this today. I feel like this will definitely take me more of the week to get through. It's a bit longer, and I don't really know what my week's going to look like. But yeah, we're going to get this going. I might start it today. Some other plans for today are to really do some journaling. I have therapy this afternoon virtually, and I was going to go on a walk, but now it's raining all day. So I'll probably do some reading and journaling after therapy before making dinner.
So you're good.
It's okay if it had been. I would have been like, well, that's just the way my life is. Taste it real quick?
Sure.
Does it look like it needs more liquid?
Oh no, that looks good.
Can you tell me if it's turmeric-y enough? It's gonna be very hot, so. Good morning. It is a Tuesday, going back for faculty work day, and then the kids come back tomorrow. I'm very tired. I did not sleep at all last night, so we'll see how today goes, but I did do a little reading yesterday of Rat Rule 79, and I will update you later today.
Enough to say, thank you, Paterson. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Paterson. Thank you, Leo.
Time for a carnation check. They opened up and they're so cute. Look how cute. I'm so tired today. First day back after a break is just not a lot happened. I just feel so tired. I maybe slept 4 actual hours last night and then just spent my entire day in my room, my office, which has no windows and it's just fluorescent lights. And I sat on the couch when I got home to read and just was feeling really tired. I was starting to like doze off, which is not a great feeling, and been having some chronic illness issues today, and I'm just like, let's just be gentle. Let's just take it easy. I really feel disgusting today. I will be completely honest. I don't feel cute. I don't like how I look. And that's just life. And I didn't want to film anything, so I just felt embarrassed and whatever. So, but I did want to do a little reading update because I didn't really do one yesterday. On page 70, so I'm a good amount through. The chapters are really short and there's little, illustrations throughout. So they're really quick, which is kind of nice to like have something to ease into this week. This is definitely like a middle grade book. I can definitely see this being a great book to read with a 10-year-old, 11, 12. It can be a book that they read on their own, or it'd be really cute to read like 3 chapters a night because they're so short. It's got a lot of funny wordplay. There's a rat queen, which is what the name of the book, Rat Rule 79. The rat queen of rightness and reasonability, and it's just got like all these funny word plays. There's like an elephant named Downer. We've met a meerkat named Go-Go. It's just funny. It has a very Alice in Wonderland feel. It has like really funny plays with words. It's very like, the writing's kind of lyrical because of that. It just has like this really kind of bouncy, fun feel to it. We follow Fred, who is 12 and her birthday is tomorrow. She'll be turning 13, and she lives with her mom, who is a math professor, and they move around a lot. They've moved to like 6 different places in a span of just a couple of years. And it's just her and her mom, and Fred's mom is like, your birthday's tomorrow, let's have a birthday party. And she's just like, I don't want to do anything for my birthday. She's just really mad that they've moved so much, and she feels that her mother never asks her if it's something she wants and how she's feeling about it. It's just like, this is happening and we're doing this. And her mom and her are very close, but she does feel a lot of angst over feeling that her life doesn't have like some sort of settled feel to it. Her mom is her constant, but she just feels like she can never make friends. She's just always kind of living in boxes, and she's just really tired of it. And she's rebelling by being like, I don't want a birthday party. Like, let's just pretend it's not a thing. The night before her birthday, her mom and her order takeout lo mein noodles, which is like her favorite thing besides peanut butter, pickle, and sandwiches on raisin bread. So those are her like 2 favorite foods, and they come up often. And they open up 2 fortune cookies, and one of them says, the one that her mom opens says, "Thank you for getting me out of there." And the one that Fred opens says, "Life is 2 locked boxes, each containing the other's key." So that kind of, I haven't gotten to like what all of that means, but it opens something up. So within the first few chapters, Fred is waiting for her mom to come say goodnight to her, even though they got into like a little fight. She doesn't come in, so Fred goes out and sees her in the living room in like this, basically their tablecloth, which is like a red and white checkered tablecloth. She sees her mom in like a red and white checkered tablecloth, like ball gown sort of. And she's walking through a Chinese paper lantern, like a giant one filling up the living room. And so Fred follows her, and she lands in a dungeon where she meets Downer the elephant, and then adventure ensues. It's cute, it's fun. I don't know if I'm necessarily like exciting. It's like, I'm not feeling like excited to read it, but I am enjoying reading it. It's kind of interesting that I just read a book from a 4th grade boy's perspective, and now I'm reading a book from a 12-year-old girl's perspective. So I'm reading a lot of child narrators to start the new year, and maybe there's something with that or to that, and that we could all maybe go into this new year with less of a adult only perspective on life, and maybe take things in a little more through like a child's eyes and just enjoy. And while things are difficult, we can still have fun. I don't know where I'm trying to go with that, but
I think once I finish this one, probably in the next few days, it's not going to take me long to get through, as long as I can keep my eyes open. I think I'm going to read The Harpy by Megan Hunter. I think I want something more on that darker kind of DWM kind of vibe. I want something a little more contemporary, I think, for a little while. So we might do that. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm looking forward to kind of telling you more about it. I was going to show you the, there's a map, and this will kind of give you an idea of like this vibe of the book. But there's this map called, so they're in the land of impossibility. It's a topo-illogical map. So there is the map, and it's just got all these really funny places and little turns of phrase and like the little this way, that way. And yeah, it's really cute. It's fun. I will keep reading this and let you know more about it. Oh my God, I look, wow. Hello from my office. I'm whispering because I don't want to be heard, but it is my lunch break and I've turned off my fluorescent lights and I've got my little lamp on just to calm my eyes. I'm gonna have a Greek salad and attempt to read. I'm really bad at reading and eating at the same time. Apparently I'm also bad at talking, but yeah. You can talk, I'm just going.
Oh, okay. And
We went to the little free library on our way to the coffee shop, and they had the first book, and everyone talks about it, and I don't know if I should read it, but I'm taking it. We'll see. Should I read it? Look at us getting sun. Walking to get coffee and sit outside because I'm tired of sitting in my fluorescently lit classroom office all day long. Beautiful trees. Hello everyone, it is Thursday, March, why can't I get this week straight? We're gonna go with the 5th. I think it's, did I say March? Oh my God. It's January 5th, it's Thursday. I did finish reading Rat Rule 79 today on my lunch break. And it was good, it was fun. I don't really have too much else to say. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't anything like mind-blowing. I kind of wanted to be done reading it. I mean, I don't mean that in like a bad way. I just kind of, I was done, you know, like, I don't know. And then, you know, the title Rat Rule 79 comes from this like law that's in place that the Rat Queen put into place where there is no such thing as time. Time cannot be kept. There is no movement of time, so there are no birthdays. So children can never age. They stay children forever because children are like they're revered in this land of impossibilities. And like we do find out why the Rat Queen makes that rule. We find out what her imprisonment actually means. And yeah, I don't want to say too much because I feel like it will give it away, and I'm trying to learn how to give synopses and like updates without giving things away. And I do feel like if I said certain things, I might give this away. But yeah, it was fun, and I think it would be a great book for 10, 11, 12, 13, for parents to read with younger kids. There's nothing inappropriate or bad in it. It's cute animals. It's funny wordplay. But yeah, I think it was sweet. I do recommend it if you like middle grade and you like more Phantom Tollbooth, Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, that was it, Wizard of Oz kind of vibes. So I say give that one a shot. But I did notice like a theme in these books that I read is that they are very much, obviously they're from, you know, child narrator perspectives. That was kind of my theme for this, I guess, was child narrators. But now I'm ready for more contemporary fiction DWMs. So we're going with The Harpy. I did read a few pages today. I kind of want to slow down a bit though, because I do want to start a vlog of this one, but it is so far the like 10 pages that I read. It's kind of fragmentary, but I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely what I wanted to read so far. So I hope that continues. But yeah, we'll do a thing over the weekend with this. But yeah, you might hear from me tomorrow. I might do like a little sign out, and also I'm getting my hair cut. So I kind of want to show that off because I don't know what's happening right now to this, but yeah, I will see you tomorrow, and tomorrow's Friday. We did it. We made it. Sort of. We're going to make it. But yeah, have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. This will look more put together, hopefully. Hello everyone, it is Friday, so the end of this reading vlog. I have been filming for about a week. Sorry, I cut my hair today. I just trimmed it and it's a lot straighter than usual, so it feels really weird. But this week we read Miss Ice Sandwich by Mieko Kawakami. I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, I'll go into more depth in my end of the year wrap up on both of these, but short book, really great. I did really enjoy this one. I think this is my favorite out of the two. And then we have A Rat Rule 79 by Rivka Galchen. Great middle grade, fun, adventure, Alice in Wonderland kind of book. It was really interesting to read two books from child narrators. It's not something that I typically gravitate towards, but it was kind of a fun way to start the new year, and it kind of made me think a lot about going into this year. It's really like, I'm an adult in my 30s, right? But it was kind of nice to read from like a fun perspective of adventure, and then also just a really tender representation of like infatuation and youth. They were both really sweet, and they both had really great messages in them about not letting anxiety or like the fear of the unknown dictate whether or not you do something in life, and how keeping yourself from doing those things is actually probably more detrimental than actually getting through the fear you have and just doing the thing that you're afraid of. So yeah, I'm really happy that I'm going into this year having read from two child narrators, but I am very excited to get into The Harpy. I wanted to match my outfit today to the book. So we're gonna start, got my little red scarf on, but we're gonna start The Harpy. I did already start it, but we're gonna get really into it this week. I think that's everything. If there's anything that you'd like to see on this channel, if you wanna leave like a comment, let me know what you would like to see. Videos you might want me to do. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you know anybody else who might like this channel, please share with them. I guess I will see you in the next one. In the meantime, remember to read what you like, don't judge others, take care of yourself, and remember to always be kind. Bye.